Hi everyone, Alyssa here for AOP Tech on YouTube. And today I'm going to do a quick review and a little bit of an overview for one of my favorite tools, web tools. It's called Quizizz, and it's great for formative assessment in the classroom. So Quizizz is Quizizz.com, and it's a free account for teachers. Um, and it's much like Kahoot. So if you've ever played Kahoot with your students, you'll find that Quizizz is really similar. Where it differs is that it flips it, where something like Kahoot is very teacher driven. The questions are up in the front of the classroom projected. Quizizz is student self-paced on any web-enabled device that they have. So students can use iPads, they can use smartphones, they can use Chromebooks, they can use desktops, whatever you have in your classroom, they'll be able to use, and the questions will come up on their screen. So when you first log in to Quizizz, again, this is a free account. There are some public quizzes that are already made. I'm going to do a quick search here for geography. And I'm just going to select. So these are um, quizzes that were made by other teachers and other people that you can play. You can see this one here was played 351 times so far. It's geared towards high school. I can preview the questions here on the side. I'm going to select this game here, and you'll see I have a couple options. I can see the questions and I can view the answers by clicking on the little I button on the side. It'll reveal it for me. I can play it live if I wanted to, or I can actually assign it as homework. And whether you create your own quiz or use one of the public quizzes, you'll have both of these options. We'll take a look at those in a second. You also have over here, right under the title, it says duplicate. If you wanted to, you could duplicate this quiz. It'll move it from the public to my quizzes. I've highlighted that up at the top left-hand corner here, moving from viewing it as a public, and it'll go into my quizzes. Then you have the ability to edit these questions. So if you wanted to omit one or just change something around, or maybe you found an error, you could always do that. I'm going to pretend like I want to play this right now. I'm going to hit play live, and you'll see I get a whole lot of options here. I can jumble questions, and that's a nice feature because students are receiving the questions on their own personal device. Those questions can be out of order. I can jumble the answers. I can show answers if I want. I can show the quiz review at the end, and these are all customizable. And one of the really fun things about quizzes is that after each question, a student will get a picture of a meme, and all of them that I have come across so far have been elementary and secondary appropriate. I've not had any issues with that whatsoever, and that's something I really like. You do have the ability under the My Memes section up at the top to customize that. So if you wanted to make some memes for your class, or make sure that you had a set that was appropriate. Maybe you have second or third graders who are independent readers and can play on their own, but you really like for them to have a very limited set, you can do that. And you can see there's all of these customizable features, which is really nice. By hitting proceed, what it's going to do is launch the game, and very similar to some other web tools that are out there, students would go to join.quizizz.com on any of their web-enabled devices and use the class code, the game code for this, to be able to play. Or there's a nifty, and this is one of the things I love, it's connected, you can connect it to your Google Classroom and hit share on Google Classroom. I'm going to go back real quick, and I'm going to show you what it's like for homework. And this is also a really nifty feature of Quizizz that I find is really unique. By selecting homework, you can essentially keep the game open for a set amount of time. So students have to complete this Quizizz by, we'll say, April 19th at 3:15 p.m. And again, I have all my same settings that I'm able to customize, and I hit proceed. And basically, students could go from any web-enabled device, whether in school or at home, use that game code and join.quizizz.com. Once that time has elapsed that you set it for, so if you set it for 9 a.m. the next day, it will automatically shut down. And again, you have that share on Google Classroom button. All of those same features apply when you make your own quiz. I'm going to select create from the top corner here, just so you can see what that platform is like for the question creator. You do have the ability to import in from file I'm going to put sample here, and I can make it public or private. You can add a quiz. If you wanted, you can import questions from an Excel or CSV file. They do give you a sample file, so that way you can do that. But if you had questions pre-made from another test bank or something, and it came in an Excel format, that would be perfect. So you can see here, your question is going to go in the main area. Here you have the ability to add images. There's some editing features up top. You're going to add in your options up to 4, minimum of 2, up to 4, and you mark which would be the correct option. So, and then it'll preview here on the right-hand side. So I'm going to say, what city is I should say, rephrase that, in which city is the Liberty Bell located? I'll say Boston, New York, Chicago, and Philadelphia. And then I'd mark Philadelphia as the correct answer. When I was ready, I could add in new questions on the left-hand side here. And when I was all done, I would hit finish. But this is what it would look like in this right hand when students were taking it. Again, if you've selected jumble questions and jumble answers, it would rearrange those as necessary. When you were finished, I'm going to hit back here. It's probably going to not like that. All of the quizzes that you create are located in the My Quizzes tab. They're either ones that you create or public ones that you've duplicated into your test bank there. And they're available anytime. At the end of the day, you can see what students have answered for their questions by going to the My Reports tab. I'm going to look at the completed. You even get kind of a snapshot of the percentage of correct answers, the accuracy, and you're able to download those results as an Excel or CSV file. I can even go through and look specifically into each question and see what students have answered. So it's a great way to invigorate your formative assessment. It's great game-based assessment. It's a lot of fun, and I hope you try it out. For all things AOP Tech and more, follow us on here on our YouTube channel. Subscribe below. You can also follow AOP Tech on Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, and Instagram. And as always, all of our events and registration and info is on our resource website, aoptech.weebly.com. And if you need to, I am here for you 24/7. So feel free to email me or tweet me and check for all your EdTech needs. Thanks.